orientation matters. They go on this way, smooth side outside, screw side inside. Now when you put these on here, there's another gear down here. It's kind of tough to see that chain rides on it. Rides up and around here, across here, and then down and back. So I try to line these up with this other screw thing right here that's on this other pulley. So I just kind of eyeball it, try to line them up. It'll be real obvious once you get the chain back on if it's not lined up, and you can move these in or out based on your setup. I guess I could have put this back on before I did these, but oh well. This is the that safety switch and that little plastic housing. We'll do that next before we put the chain on. Get these through here and through this. Come out on the other side, and then you fit them through the two holes over here. It's pretty easy. This part's pretty easy. Just make sure this is underneath this, because that hood has a button that pushes down in here. Make sure you don't over tighten these. Do not over tighten these because it's just plastic. Just make sure this thing still pushes. Again, you don't have to do these really tight. Just make sure this thing still pushes. So when that hood comes down, that safety switch still works. Alright, now we're going to put the chain on. Do that, I guess this way so you can see how I do it. It's easy. It's like a bicycle chain. It's real simple. The chain has to hook to... It's going to be weird looking at it from this angle. You got some teeth here, and some teeth down here, and the two teeth up top. This chain, see if I can remember how to do this. There's the short teeth on this pulley here, and then there's a big thing here that moves. It has to go underneath this one, underneath this set of teeth, on top of this set of teeth, and then around. So basically, it goes like this, and then it goes here, on top of this, and it goes down, and then there's one underneath here that's, I don't think I can show you, and it flexes like reminds me of a bicycle chain, and this one goes on top of that. This chain goes on top of that. It's the best I can explain it. I'll show you a close-up of it when I get it together. A lot easier when you guys weren't watching. Okay. That was probably not helpful at all. So let me get up close so you can see. Alright, we're we're going to go shaky cam so I can show you. This gear, it goes over these two cogs, which are attached to the rollers, down underneath, and once it goes down underneath, I'll do my best to show you. It goes underneath this one, and once it goes underneath that one, let's see if we can look at it from the bottom. Wow, that looks weird, doesn't it? That's not very helpful. I don't know if I'm able to show you. This is the other one. This one moves. It feeds around this one, and it goes back up here. This is the back of the planer up here. And the chain comes straight down around this, back up, and then it goes to this small pulley here. Now we got to put these things back in. It's really straightforward. Come on, please. This is the side where the handle, we had to turn this thing out of the way, so it's a little bit more difficult to deal with. Looking back, I would probably do this before you put these cogs on because they kind of get in the way. It's not the end of the world, but I would put these on before you put these cogs on so you don't have to deal with this. I think these are guards. Maybe that's what they are. So you don't get your hangers up in here and get them caught in them rollers. They don't have to be super tight. They don't turn or anything, they just sit there. Now I did not undo this screw at all. On the other side I had to get that roller out, but this one I just left alone, so I'm going to continue to leave it alone. Now we're going to do that cutter head. This is the fun part. Now you might be able to have taken this cutter head out without having to undo your blades and take all this stuff out, but just begging for it to get cut, so I took them out. This part, to get it adjusted right, is really tricky. It's supposed to be 1/8 of an inch above this part right here. The way that I always do it is I lower these as low as I can go and get the blade as far down as I can, and then I run a board through and then I bring it up a little bit. That's how we're going to do it. Put that there. That thing there. This thing here. There. Blade in. My dad's helping me, that's why there's more than just me. Is that even?
It's even. Go ahead.
All right. Tighten this side down here first. I do the outsides first, just because. This side over here. Okay. And we got these two tightened, so we're going to do these and then this one. Alright, now we're going to put the hood on, and we're going to put that belt back on too, and then we're going to do some test cuts. Alright, put the belt on, that was easy. These are tightened, these are tightened, these are tightened, these are tightened. These tightened. Let's cut some wood. Just a quick addendum, when I was putting this hood back on, my dad pointed out to me that these here, this little metal piece needs to be on top. I had it sandwiched underneath this hinge, and it's stronger if it's up here, so we moved it up here. When you line these up, this hood has to close all the way on this safety switch right here. If it doesn't close here, this little thing right here, it won't come on. So we're going to close it. You got to adjust those up and down. And then once you do that, you'll be ready to cut. Alright, we ran into a weird problem. The switch inside there just decided to quit, so we had to take it off and clean it and put some electrical cleaner spray on it. So when you close down the hood, it didn't want to come on. But we took that off, cleaned it up, hooked it back up, and now it's working. And I'm just going to run this piece of wood through it. It seems to be working good. We'll, just so I can show you it works. Roller's working. That's how you change the rollers in that thing and disassemble it. The cutter head adjustment is tricky, and it's really hard to show on video, so I just lightly touched on it. I could probably do an entirely different video on just adjusting that cutter head, and I'll probably have to tweak with it as I use it. But that's how you take it apart. Well, that's it. That's how you take this thing apart. I'm very much a noob at this. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. I've just taken it apart a few times, and I figured it'd be nice to have a video on it so you could kind of see how it was done. I'll do my best to answer any questions that might come up. This is the Craftsman Planer model 306-23371, and that's the roller replacement and cutter head disassembly and put back together video. I hope it was helpful. I'm sure I missed some obvious things. I'll do my best to address those either in the editing of this, or if there's anything else that comes up, I'll talk about it in the comments or whatever. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching.